Hey, ¿cómo están, chicos? Bueno, I wanted to do a little video for you guys. Hopefully it's recording the right screen. I've tried this like 3 times and I keep messing it up. So, aquí vamos, right? Lo intentamos de nuevo. On your activities for school's PLP, it's been having you do conjugations, and I just wanted to remind you or give you a little update on what some of this stuff means, okay? So first of all, what we're looking at when we talk about conjugations, right, is knowing why we use them. Okay, in Spanish, one of the most important words or types of words that we have, in my opinion, are going to be verbs. Okay, what is a verb? Verb is it's an action word. All right. Now, with an action word, that means somebody's doing something, right? So if somebody's doing something, we need to know who's doing it, right? So a verb tells us who's doing something. In English, we say I go. We say I eat, right? We have to have a pronoun in there. But in Spanish, remember the pronoun for the most part is built into the conjugation, and that's why we conjugate. All right, so just a reminder, we've got the word hablar. That means to speak, right? So you've got to speak. Now, do we know who's speaking yet? We have no idea. We need to conjugate the verb to know who is speaking. All right? So there's the chart that I've had you guys draw many, many times. We'll go with a new color. I just like switching up colors. Okay? So if we want to say I speak, right, we say hablo, right? We add the O. What if we say you speak? Remember? Hablas. Él, ella, right? Él, ella, or usted speak, then it's that. Nosotros hablamos, H-A-B-L, right? So we've got nosotros hablamos. Remember, nosotros is yo plus anyone else. All right. If I'm talking about me and I'm including anybody else, it's this one, nosotros. All right. And then hablan and habláis. Now, you guys should know, remember in school's PLP and what you're doing now, you'll use this, but in class we don't really use it. You guys will learn it and it'll be fine, and that's okay. All right, so that's what we have. That's how you conjugate a verb, right? So if we do a different type of verb, like comer, you guys remember what comer is? To eat. All right, so we have our chart and we follow that. So yo como, tú comes, él, ella y usted come, nosotros comemos, vosotros coméis, and ellos comen. All right? That's how it is. All right? We know that. Como, I eat. Comes, you eat. Come, he or she eats. Now, if we go to another screen, what we're going to learn is that we have things called the. Hey, Jeff, will you go into that door? We have things called stem changing verbs. All that means is that the verb changes a little bit more when we conjugate it. All right? Now, you guys know some of these already. You guys already know some of these stem changing verbs. So don't let it confuse you too much. Okay, let me give you. Yeah, guys, says my son. Let me give you an example of one you already know. Okay? The verb querer means to want. All right? Now, what happens here is this E changes to an IE. All right? So we're gonna draw our chart, right? And this changes to QUIERO. Okay? IERO. Quieres, quiere, and quiere. There you go. Quieren. All right. And then what we have here is stem changing verbs in the nosotros form don't change. Sorry. Queremos. All right. So that's an example. Now the other example that you have is poder, which is to be able to, right? This O, this one, changes to a U-E. All right? Kind of crazy, right? Yeah, I know. Trust me, I learned this, so I know it's not easy. All right? So you have puedo, yo puedo, I can. Puedes, tú puedes. Puede, he or she can. Oh, I'll change colors so you remember. Right here, podemos, right? It doesn't change. And then we have pueden, and I'll actually show you on this one. This is podéis, all right? So this one would be queréis, all right? So you notice how um, on these stem changing verbs, okay, some people, what they call them boot verbs. Let me show you why. If you were to draw a line like this, it looks like a boot. All right, cool boot, right? In all reality, there's not really a way right now. I'm sure there's a linguistic reason why this happens. Some of it's to say the integrity of the verb or whatever it might be, but really, the fact is we just need to remember yo puedo, okay? Podemos, puedes, puede, pueden, podéis, all right? Those are things you just gotta memorize. So make flashcards, do what you need. I know in schools PLP you have a list of that vocabulary. You would do well to memorize those words, create flashcards, some kind of a system for you to memorize that those are stem changing verbs. All right? Let me know if you have any questions, chicos.